All right, guys, welcome back for video number 2 of the day. We're going to talk about a lot of other things that came up in a hand from this morning. We're going to tie in losing trick count. We're going to tie in slam bidding, slam judgment, um, and I'm going to show you how to do some of those things all in one presentation. Basically, I'm going to read the presentation to you fast so that we get a short video out. Then you'll be welcome to, queue up the video later and concentrate on the slides that you want to and do it on your own time. Anyway, without further ado, I think we got 15 slides to get through here. How to calculate losing trick count. We figure out the loser suit by suit for one hand of 13 cards. The suit has a maximum loser count of 3, and the loser count can never be more than the cards held in the suit. Each ace and each protected king or queen, i.e. not a singleton king, not a singleton queen, not queen X, reduces the loser count by 1. To refine, add half a loser per queen, subtract half per ace. Losing trick count's most useful in estimating how many tricks two hands that have established a fit might take, i.e. when you're asking the question, how high? Let's practice. Ace Jack fourth, 1.5 losers. Ace 10 third, 1.5 losers. Ace King fifth, half a loser. Singleton Club 7, 1 loser. Put them together, 4.5 losers. King 10 fourth, 2 losers. Queen 7, 2 losers. We don't get any credit for the queen there because it's not protected. 3 small diamonds, 3 losers. Ace Queen fourth of clubs, 1 loser. Put the suits together, the hand has 8 losers. So what? What's 4.5 mean? What's 8 mean? If your context is opening the bidding, a minimum strength opening hand has around 7 losers. An invitational opening hand has about 6. A hand that opens and forces the game opposite a response has around 5. And a 2 club opening has around 4 or fewer. If your context is responding to an opening bid, you pass with more than 9 losers. A simple raise is about 9 losers. A limit raise is going to look like about 8. A minimum game force is about 7. And a hand that sniffs at slam is going to be 6 losers or fewer. What's the magic number for game losing trick count wise? 14. If the companion hands have 14 or fewer losers, game values exist. This does not mean you will make game if you bid it necessarily, particularly if you don't count your tricks. Notice how elegantly this goes with what we just said. Minimum and minimum, 14. Invitational and invitational, 14. Opening game force, opposite just a single response, 14. This is a good time for caveats. I don't want your lawyer showing up on my front stoop. Losing trick count is mostly appropriate for shapely hands where you want a barometer for the hand's offensive potential, particularly when you found a fit. How high to go with balanced hands is just math. Add the high card points to the high card points. High card points work incredibly well for balanced hands. 5-3-3-2, 4-3-3-3, 4-4-3-2. Say them in your sleep. 25 for game, 33 for slam, yada, yada, yada. This is all a guideline. All your finesses can still lose. All your suits can still break poorly. It's a hatchet, not a micrometer. Don't call and don't write, as Cantor said, and no lawyers on my front stoop. Let's go back to the first hand, pretend we're dealer. Ace Jack fourth, Ace 10 third, Ace King fifth, dry. We have 4.5 losers. Good enough to open the bidding, duh. And get excited if we find a fit. Not good enough to open 2 clubs. Let's open a diamond. And go to the responding hand. Pretend our partner opened a diamond. We have King 10 fourth, Queen in 1, 3 small, Ace Queen fourth. We have 8 losers, definitely enough to respond, and we can invite a game if we find a fit. Let's respond 1 spade. Okay, back to the first hand. Pretend it's gone a diamond, a spade. Well, we still have 4.5 losers, and now we have a spade fit. We know partners at 9 or fewer losers, and the partnership has sufficient assets, i.e. less than or equal to 14 losers plus a trump fit in spades, to bid game. We'd like to let partner know this and describe a key feature of our hand, the singleton club. Splinters. What's a splinter, or how do we bid a splinter? It's an unusual jump, usually 1 level above what would be natural in forcing to indicate a fit for partner and shortness in the bid suit. That opening hand, Ace Jack fourth, Ace 10 third, Ace King fifth dry, can respond 4 clubs. 2 clubs would not be forcing. 3 clubs would be natural in forcing, therefore 4 clubs is the splinter. It describes the nature of the hand so that responder can cooperate with slam interest. The ideal splinter is just enough to force to game, such that the partner can evaluate whether or not her hand fits. Back to responder. Does it fit? Well, maybe a little. We do have 2 key cards in the King of Spades and the Ace of Clubs. We only have 8 losers, which is 1 trick better than we've promised. Against that, the Queen of Clubs is a wasted card. The Heart Queen might be a nice card, but would be much better off in diamonds. We don't have a 5th trump. This probably isn't the hand that partner needs. And for argument's sake, say we decide to sign off in 4 spades. Let's see how we did. 1 heart loser, 1 diamond loser, a guess for the trump queen. Glad we're only in 4. But what if we moved only 2 cards, keeping the same exact shape? The hand on the left and the hand on the right. All I've done is change the Queen of Hearts to the Queen of Spades and the Queen of Clubs to the Queen of Diamonds. Still 11 high card points, still a balanced hand, same exact shape. Half a loser better because this time we don't have an unprotected queen. How would we do now? Count your tricks. 4 spades, heart ace, 5 diamonds if they break 3-2, club ace, 2 club roughs, and the dummy. 13. That makes a grand slam if the diamonds break and nothing else breaks terribly. There's 13 tricks available. How the hands fit, the location of the honors is important. Splinters help you do this. I think I've copied it on the last. Yeah, here we go. Let's move on to the last slide. And we're going to erase that last bit on here, 14. That gets out of here. You go away too. Move on to the last slide. How the hands fit, the location of honors is important. Splinters help you do this. Losing trick count gets us to appreciate that the hand on the right is a minimum game force opposite a response. It's only got 4.5 losers. Judgment gets us to appreciate that the hand on the left is the magic one. The hand previously, where we had the Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Clubs instead of the Queen of Diamonds and the Queen of Spades, that was not what partner needed. Hope this helps go over splinters for you, defines them, gives you some practice on losing trick count, and gives you a slam tool of a splinter. I would almost just as much hate having splinters taken away from me as a slam tool as I would Blackwood. They're that good. Hope this video helps and you enjoy it. Have a good rest of your day. We'll be back with more videos soon.